Hello and welcome back to the channel. So in this video we are going to create another game, and this game is called Guess the Number. The game is like this. Computer will generate a random number and we as a player has to guess it. So when we guess the number, it could either have three possibilities. Either we could have guessed correctly, we might have guessed lower than the random number, or we might have guessed bigger than the random number. And based on these three things, computer is going to guide us or give us hint by saying, okay, this number is bigger, you need to guess another number which is lower than your guessed number. Similarly, you can guess a smaller number and then computer is going to give you a hint by saying my number is bigger than your guessed number, and likewise you will have to guess the correct number. So let's head back to the IDE and start coding. Okay, for this we are going to put the class in the same folder, that is beginner projects. The name of the project is guess number, guess my number. Public static void main, and we need a method, and we're going to call this method, let's say play, because that is what it's doing. And we're going to have entire game setting here. Now we need a few things. We need to take input from the user, and for that we need scanner class. So I'll construct it in a way that that particular object will be passed to us from the constructor. So private final scanner, and we need a random number generator. Import this, and to create a constructor I'm going to use lombox all args constructor, and then I will use logger to log the statements on the screen. Great. So first of all, we need to generate a random number. This is what computer is going to do. Computer is going to generate a random number. Now we need a range. The number shouldn't be above that range. It should be between 1 and the bound. So let's take the bound as well. And I'm going to pass it here. So now the number is going to be between 1 and whatever the bound is. Now I want user input. So for that I need another variable, user input, and I'll set it to 0 because for now we don't have any input at first. So I'm just going to set it to 0, and you have to set it to a value that is not gonna be generated here. So 0 is not gonna generate randomly with this method. That's why I have set 0 here. Now the condition. So random number is not equal to user input. So this loop will continue running if the guessed number, which is the user input, is not equal to the random number which was generated by the computer. So it will check if user input is less than random number. It means that user has guessed a number which is less than the generated random number. So we have to give the hint saying that try a bigger number. And if user input is greater than random number, we're gonna give hint saying try a lower number. And at the end we have to say, yay, you guess the number. Number was not the user input. But here we are not taking the input from the user, and that is what we have to do line 1. So I'll prompt what's your guess, and then I'll take the input. Next line, and then we have to pass it to integer user input. Great. So now user will provide us input in this line, and let's run this. At this point our game should be working. New guess my number. So we have to pass the bound, let's say between 1 and 100. random number, new random. Actually we can we can initialize it right there, because we know we are going to use it. We don't need it from outside. This should become scanner. Awesome, and call the play method. Let's play the game. What's your guess? I'll guess in the middle, 50. Try a lower number. Okay, 25. Try a lower number, 12. Try a lower number, 6. 3. Alrighty. Great. So the number was 5. So this is how you can play game with computer. You can do the other way around as well. So now in that case, you will have to generate a number and the computer will have to guess it.